Okay, it's time to get a finish on this thing. Let me show you what I'm doing here. That's pretty much it, and it's pretty much finished. The gun will slide in with a little bit of friction, and it'll come right back out. So it doesn't have a lot of retention, but for the inside the waistband holsters, I kind of designed them so they don't have a lot of molded in retention, just a little bit of friction. For the most part, what's holding it in is your belt. Now I've molded this thing, and I molded it with hot water, hot tap water, and what that does is it makes the leather harder once it's done, but it also dries it out. So in order to finish this thing and to make sure that it'll last, first thing I do is I treat it with some pure neatsfoot oil. Now I've already done that. It's a pretty simple process. I'll just take a paper towel like this one here. In fact, this is the one I used. Put a little bit of neatsfoot on it, wipe it on, and then wipe off the excess. Get that over the whole thing, and that's all you really need. You don't have to put great gobs of the stuff on there. Just a dab will do you, basically. A very thin layer. Yeah, I'm still reburnishing the edges. And that's the thing, like I said before. After molding it, I still need to reburnish these edges because we want it to look pretty. Anyway, for finishing, I'm just going to use tan coat. Put it on with a dauber and wipe off the excess with a clean paper towel. I don't want any contamination like this or like this to affect the final outcome or the final finish. I'll just hold it like this. Make sure I get it down in that stitch line. Now the idea here, you don't have to be neat. The idea here is just to get it on and then wipe off the excess. Same as I did with the neatsfoot oil. It'll absorb into the leather and provide a protective layer. Also, it'll prevent the dye from rubbing off on your clothing. Okay, I'm going to do this side. Well, obviously I'm going to do this side. I already did it. The back side of it, and then along the edges, and we'll be back. Okay, I've got it coated, and after it dries for just a few minutes, you can go ahead, or I can go ahead, anyway, and buff it and get a nice shine out of it. Makes it kind of pretty. Still haven't set the snap yet, and that's kind of obvious. That's the last step that I do. After it's top coated and molded and everything else, then I go ahead and set the snap. And it comes out like that. This is mine. This is actually, I made it out of a piece of reject leather because it was a big enough piece to go ahead and make a holster out of. And you can see how that fits. It's basically the same kind of thing, except this one's lefty. Anyway, I'll keep buffing at this thing for a little while and let it dry, and then go ahead and set that snap, and then we'll come back and take a look at it. Now, to let it dry, what I'm going to do is just take my clamp, stick my mallet in it, and put it over like that. There you go. And just let that, let that sit and dry for a while. Come back to it tomorrow, probably tomorrow, and set that snap. See y'all next time.